Hello everyone, I'm John from Fast Films and today we are going to take a look at a 2021 American romantic comedy, horror film, called Some Like It Rare. The movie begins with a butcher named Vincent preparing meat for a customer. His wife Sophie anxiously waits for him to complete his procedure at the cash counter while she makes awkward eye contact with the customer. After Vincent completes massaging the meat, he packs it and gives it to Sophie. She packs it in a bag and hands it to the customer, apologizing to her for making her wait so long. After the customer leaves, Sophie expresses her dismay to Vincent, saying he takes too long to prepare the orders. Just then, a group of masked vegan activists attacks the couple. They throw blood at them and trash the shop before running away. Vincent chases after them and manages to pin a masked guy on the ground. After a bit of struggle, he is able to pull the mask off. However, the vegans' group mates come to his rescue. They beat Vincent up and run away, chanting, "V Power." In the next scene, Sophie is seen crying to her friend, Stephanie. As they prepare lunch together, Sophie tells her how the bank refused to loan them and that they are going bankrupt. Stephanie tries to cheer her up but then starts boasting about how her husband makes good money. It's revealed that Stephanie and her husband Mark also own a butcher shop that's doing very well. While having lunch together, Stephanie and Mark keep on blabbering about how their business is going great and all. After some time, Mark gets up and brings out a present for Vincent. He opens the box to see a gun inside, which Mark thought might be good for Vincent to have for protection from the vegan extremists. Stephanie tells them the price of the gun, taking this moment to brag about their financial status again. Unfortunately, Vincent does not have a permit. On their way back from lunch, Sophie mentions she's thinking of separating from Vincent since she wants to be with someone who will give her a thrill. On the road, Vincent spots the vegan that had trashed their shop. To teach the vegan a lesson, he puts his car in reverse gear and ends up killing him. Vincent panics and explains he only meant to hurt the man. Vincent thinks about calling the police and reporting the accident, but Sophie stops him, saying he has a gun without a permit and that would cause them trouble. She further adds that if the police found out that the man is a vegan extremist and Vincent would have a motive to get rid of him, he would get a life sentence. Vincent asks her what they should do. Sophie replies that they should copy Michel Francois, who dissected his victim and left them in garbage bags all over the city.
Wait, what?
Vincent takes the body to the shop and starts butchering it into pieces. While cutting the man, one of his ears falls onto the floor and Vincent's dog gobbles it up. Seeing that the dog wants more, Vincent chops the other ear off and feeds it to the dog. After that, he goes up to his room to sleep, but Sophie tells him to sleep on the couch in the living room. In the morning, Sophie tries to wake Vincent up to start working, but he says that he couldn't sleep and refuses to get up. When he goes to the shop after waking up, he does not find the pieces of the body he had chopped up. Vincent asks Sophie if she's seen any ham. Sophie tells him it's on the slicer. Just then, their regular customer, Mrs. Coignard, comes into the shop and tells them that she loved the meat so much that she needs to purchase more. She orders 10 more slices.
What?
Vincent tries to persuade the lady to buy andouillette instead of that meat, saying it's also fresh and tasty, but the lady remarks she only wants what she was given earlier. Sophie also tells Vincent to give the lady what she demands. With an excited smile, Coignard tells them that their ham has always been good, but today it was extraordinary. She asks Vincent if they have changed their supplier. Vincent tells her that he has. At that, Sophie asks to try a piece of the new meat. Vincent brings her a piece and Sophie tries it. She also finds the taste to be amazing and asks Vincent where it's from.
Wait, what the
As a response, Vincent says it's pork imported from Iran. He makes up a story that there are some illegal pork farms in Iran and that a French vendor got his hands on it. After the lady leaves, Vincent explains to Sophie that it was actually human flesh she sold to the lady. He had chopped it up like meat so he could slowly discard it, passing it off as leftover rotten meat. Vincent tries to throw it away, but Sophie stops him, saying it's really tasty and selling it might be the best way to get rid of the body.
What?
Vincent resists, but another customer comes in and demands the same meat Coignards purchased. With this, the couple starts selling it. They call it Iranian pork and make a lot of money with it. Vincent takes a pinch home that night to try it for himself.
Fuck off.
He cooks it and tries it. The taste drives him crazy as well. Sophie suggests that they should hunt the vegan extremists and sell their flesh to generate more profit. This would save them from going bankrupt. The next day, the couple's daughter brings home her boyfriend. The family serves him a fancy dinner, but he refuses to eat it, saying he's a vegan. Sophie and Vincent are surprised to hear this. They ask their daughter to have some, but she also refuses to eat, saying she's given up meat out of respect for Lucas. The couple tries feeding them a drink and cake, but they refuse it, saying the cake is made out of eggs and the drink is not vegan. The couple realizes that all their preparations for a family meal has gone to waste. To add insult to injury, Lucas insults Sophie before leaving, saying old cows like her are butchered for meat by cruel meat eaters. This enrages the couple. Vincent decides to go forward with Sophie's plan to hunt vegans for profit. At night, Vincent goes after a chubby vegan restaurant owner. He attempts to attack but gets cold feet midway and aborts the mission. He gets in the car and they drive away. In the car, Sophie tells him that he chickened out because he did not have a plan. Their next plan commences as they blend in with vegans to search for a potential target. They pretend to be against meat eaters and a skinny guy comes to them, praising them for their good work. As they chit-chat, they form a plan to meet up later. The couple later awaits the vegan in their car. The vegan pulls up in a van and they prepare to put their plan into action. To their dismay, they realize that the vegan brought some of his friends as well. Thus, the couple has to abort the plan. The vegan suggests they go and raid a meat processing plant. Going along with the pretense, the couple agrees and tags along. After reaching the plant, the couple realizes that it belongs to their friends Mark and Stephanie. Nevertheless, they trash the place with the vegans and completely wreck it. After that, the couple goes to eat at a restaurant. While having a conversation about hunting victims, the couple gets into a fight and Vincent angrily storms off. As Sophie sits there alone, the waiter takes his shot on her and also gives her a ride home later. When Sophie finds out that he is a vegan, she flirts with him and takes him inside her house. After getting inside, she tells Vincent that she kissed the guy and he loses his temper. However, this is not enough to finish himself off. Vincent attempts to send the guy home, but seeing he is planning to go much further with his wife, Vincent loses it and eliminates him. The couple cleans up the mess and gets rid of the body. The next day, Stephanie calls Sophie to inform her of the destruction at the plant. When the couple arrives at the scene, Mark is seen arguing with the officer heading the investigation. Amidst all the ruckus, the officer takes Vincent aside and asks if he's got any more of the Iranian pork. Vincent says yes. Later that day, the couple again sells Iranian pork, and numerous customers line up for it. It gets sold out real fast and the customers still left in line leave without purchasing any other kind of meat. After that, the couple decides to make vegan hunting a regular thing.
Well, that one is fat,
That night, they eliminate the restaurant owner they first set their eyes on and begin a daily killing spree. They increase the rate of meat and generate a high profit from it. At their next lunch with Mark and Stephanie, the couple brings along the Iranian pork to make their friends try it. They both also fall in love with the taste. However, Mark accidentally bites onto something while eating. Being a former nurse, Stephanie recognizes the device like a pacemaker. Vincent manages to defuse the situation. However, the competition between both the couple's meat shops initiates an argument. The argument turns into a physical fight with Mark and Vincent trying to hurt each other. During the fight, Vincent bites off Mark's ear and starts chewing on it. With blood flowing down his ear, Mark looks at Vincent, completely shocked. To clear suspicion, Vincent spits the ear out, saying the taste is bad. The couple leaves with this and continues the hunting. They make a good fortune and their relationship gets better with all the money coming in and the time they spend together hunting. Whenever Vincent talks about how it's all wrong, Sophie brushes the topic away. While the couple is out at a picnic in the forest, a vegan comes to them, saying they've taken his yoga spot. The couple pretends to leave but later returns with a shotgun and finishes him off. Next, Sophie and Vincent go to a vegan festival to choose their prey. When Vincent's eyes land on a little fat boy, he isn't able to resist the urge or look away. Realizing that he's a complete cannibal now, Vincent gets disturbed and tries to leave. However, the couple is spotted by Lucas and their daughter. Lucas is surprised to see butchers at the vegan planet. While chatting, Lucas starts discussing the missing vegans and lets out all his anger at the couple. He loudly says that they are butchers and leaves. This is heard by a vegan who they went to trash Mark and Sophie's place with. After that, Vincent and Sophie leave the festival. Outside, they see a chubby woman and attack her. While butchering her at night, Vincent breaks his meat cleaver. He goes to the front of the shop to get the spare. A sudden knock at the door gets him on edge. He checks to see who it is to see the officer, who has become his regular customer on the round. Vincent lets him in. The officer explains that he was just checking in since the lights were on. Vincent explains that everything is fine and that he is out of the Iranian pork. The officer shows interest in the chat and tells Vincent about the missing vegans. Just then, the dog comes out with a hand in his mouth. Vincent panics for a moment but he manages to send the dog away by shouting, covering it up with a fake story of having PTSD. The officer leaves but Vincent gets the feeling that he is onto him. He tells this to his wife but she assures him that they will not be found since they have gotten rid of all the bodies and no evidence will ever be found. Vincent tells Sophie that he got rid of the meat of their most recent prey. He had scattered all the parts around the city in garbage bags. Vincent is fearful of getting caught and wants to end this but Sophie tells him that they are already at a good spot and he should stop panicking. Vincent still seems to be very disturbed by all the things they've been doing and doesn't want to continue. As they talk, the doorbell rings. They go to check and find Lucas at the door. Lucas
This
apologizes
fucking
to
guy,
them for
dude.
misbehaving earlier. He explains that he's been very distressed since the disappearance of all his friends. Sophie comforts him and hints to Vincent that this must be their next prey. Not wanting to continue, Vincent escorts Lucas to the door and makes him leave. He tells her that the Iranian pork is over and he will not continue with this madness. The next
She's
day,
gonna
when he
kill him.
tells the customers that the Iranian pork farmer has retired, the customers leave without buying anything else. Sophie starts to argue again, but Vincent leaves the shop. Behind him, the vegan group they destroyed Mark's plant with comes to the shop to take revenge against them for their betrayal. Sophie attempts to send them away, but they don't listen. Outside, Vincent spots the vegans' van and realizes that something's wrong. Just as the vegans are about to eliminate Sophie, Vincent intervenes. Extreme bloodshed follows, but eventually, the couple manages to finish the extremist group off. The story ends as the couple is arrested with a kill count of 30. It's revealed that Mark and Stephanie were the ones who reported Vincent's odd behavior, and this led to them getting caught. Due to their crimes, the couple gets a life sentence. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that was a trash ending. What the fuck is that? They survived just to go to jail? That's just poor writing. Come on now. That's just poor writing. They survive an insane fight with Bloodbath at the budget, and then they go to jail?